All right, let's talk about something that, let's be real, is a huge part of all our lives. Stress. We're going to break down what it is, what's actually happening inside our bodies when we feel it, and most importantly, what we can do about it, both right in the moment and for the long haul. Hey, I'm Max, and welcome to our Think Well, Live Well channel. This is the place where we share practical tools and mindset tips to help you handle life with more clarity and calm. If you're new here, make sure to check out some of our other videos on confidence, happiness, and what's really important in life. After you have watched this video, of course. Okay, so, to kick things off, I want you to just take a second, pause, and ask yourself this one simple question. How's your battery right now? Seriously? Are you feeling fully charged? Kind of halfway there? Or are you, running on empty? Just let's take a quick mental check. And hey, if that battery is feeling a little low, you are definitely not alone. There's this massive pressure we all seem to feel, right? A recent study found that a whopping 61% of us feel like we're just supposed to grit our teeth and power through it all. It's a feeling so many of us share. So, let's get into our first section. What's draining your battery? And this, I think, is a huge mindset shift. Stress isn't just some kind of personal failing or a character flaw. It's an energy problem. So let's take a look at what's actually draining that battery of yours. And what even is stress? Well, Harvard Health has a great simple definition that I like to refer to. Stress is that feeling of tension, either emotional or physical. And what's more, it can come from anywhere. That looming deadline at work, a difficult conversation you've been putting off, or even just a random thought that makes you anxious. Every single one of those moments is a small drain on your battery. Now, it is crucial to understand that not all stress is created equal. There are two main types. First, you've got acute stress. Think of that jolt you get when you have to slam on the brakes in your car. It's intense, but it's over fast, and it actually helps you. But then the other type of stress is chronic stress. That's the slow, constant drip from things like money worries or pressure at work. That's the one that really empties the tank. And this is where our battery idea becomes a really practical tool. So think back to that number you had in your head a minute ago. Where do you land on this chart? Are you thriving, maintaining, or maybe you're in that yellow or red zone? And if you are, please hear this. It is not a judgment. It's just a signal. It's your body's low battery warning telling you it's time to find a charger. Okay, let's move into our second section. When your body is on high alert. When you feel that tension, when you notice your battery dipping, what is actually happening inside your body? Why does your heart start pounding when you get an urgent email? Let's dive into some of the science. Well, it all kicks off in your brain. When it senses any kind of threat, real or imagined, a part of your brain sounds this internal alarm. This is what triggers that legendary fight or flight response. It's an ancient, brilliant system designed to save us from, a lion or a tiger from eating us. The problem is today is that we confuse those triggers with an email from our boss. And get this whole process is a split-second chain reaction. First, your brain's threat detector, the amygdala, screams, danger. Then the command center, your hypothalamus, gets the message and shouts, command. And finally, it signals your adrenal glands to hit go, flooding your body with adrenaline. It all happens faster than you can even think about it. I absolutely love this analogy from Harvard Health. It's so helpful. Think of your nervous system really simply as having a gas pedal and a brake. Your sympathetic system, that's the gas pedal. It revs everything up for action. Then you have the parasympathetic system. That's your brake. It calms everything down and helps you rest and digest. The whole problem with chronic stress is that it's like we're driving around with our foot slammed on the gas pedal all the time. So what happens when that gas pedal is stuck? Well, your body is constantly marinating in stress hormones it was never designed to handle long term. I mean, think about it. It's like running a car engine in the red for months and months. Eventually, it's going to start going wrong and things are going to start to break down. And that can honestly lead to all kinds of illnesses. Your body doesn't cope with constant stresses. It can lead to high blood pressure, a weakened immune system, stomach problems. This is why managing stress isn't just some nice-to-have wellness trend. It is absolutely essential for your long-term health. Okay, that was the science part, and it can sound a bit doom and gloom and intense, but here's the good news for you. Believe it or not, we are not powerless. We have a built-in brake pedal and techniques we can learn to adapt. So, let's talk about the instant recharge button that you can press anytime, anywhere. And this incredible tool comes to us from a Stanford neuroscientist named Andrew Huberman. He spent years studying exactly this, and he asked a simple question. What is the single fastest science-backed way to calm yourself down in real time? And you know what? He found it. It's called the physiological sigh. And it is remarkably simple. In fact, why don't we try one together right now? Okay, just take a deep inhale through your nose. And when you think you're full, sneak in one more little sip of air at the top. And now a long, slow, full exhale out through your mouth. It feels pretty good, right? But here's the cool part. This isn't magic. It's pure physiology. That little double inhale at the top, it pops open millions of tiny collapsed air sacs in your lungs. This lets you get rid of the maximum amount of carbon dioxide on that long exhale, which sends a direct signal to your brain to stand down, to hit the brakes. So that's sigh. Think of that as your emergency charger for when you're in the red. But what about the long game? How do we build a bigger, more resilient battery so we don't get so low in the first place? Let's get into our last section, keeping your battery charged. First up, and one I love, is exercise. Moving your body is just a powerful double whammy against stress. It boosts all those feel-good chemicals like endorphins. And it actively helps your body process and get rid of stress hormones like cortisol. And we're not talking about running a marathon here. It doesn't have to be extreme. Even a quick 10-minute walk can make a huge difference. Next up, sleep. This one is huge because stress and sleep can get locked in this really nasty, vicious cycle. See, stress raises cortisol, which makes it hard to sleep. But then, when you don't get enough sleep, your cortisol levels stay high. The only way to break that cycle is to really protect your sleep. Aiming for at least that 7-hour mark is what helps your body finally hit the reset button. Strategy number 3 is a really interesting one. It's social connection. This one is so important. Basically, as humans, we are fundamentally wired for connection. Leaning on your people, your friends, your family, acts as a powerful emotional buffer. It means that simply talking about what's stressing you out can literally calm down the fight or flight response in your body. Yes, you heard me right. Talking about what is stressing you out with someone else is proven to actually reduce stress levels. See, sharing the load is good, and we all could do with getting better at that. And our final core strategy is mindfulness. Now, please don't let that word scare you off. This doesn't mean you have to go sit on a cushion for an hour, or standing on one leg for a whole 3 seconds before toppling over. Mindfulness can be as simple as just paying full attention to the taste of your coffee in the morning. What mindfulness does is it creates a tiny little bit of space, a pause between a stressful event and your automatic reaction. And in that space, you get to choose how to respond. Which really brings us right back to where we started. I love this quote. It's not about powering through for so long. We've been told that being strong means just powering through our stress and just forcing yourself, thinking you will somehow get better. It's about using tools and techniques to power up your response so you are in control. True strength, real resilience, is about knowing when and how to power up. So, as we finish up, I'll just leave you with this to think about. Based on everything we've talked about, what's just one small thing you can do to recharge your battery this week? Maybe it's a walk, maybe it's a call to a friend, or maybe it's just remembering to use that physiological sigh. Please let me know in the comments. If you've enjoyed this episode, check out some of the other topics here on the Think Well, Live Well channel. Our mission is simple: to help us all think well and live well together. Have a fantastic day.